all right. Bring it on down. Okay, there it is. Bring it on down. There it is. All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. It is Saturday. I had to pop a halls right before I came on because, child, listen, I be sounding like a cross between Carol Channing and Barry White. Yeah, this thing is bad, y'all. It is bad. Whatever is out here, the numbers are through the roof. People are really, really suffering from this flu outbreak. And there's also, you have your regular common cold, you got the flu outbreak, you got all kinds of things, and you still have COVID-19. So take it from your host. Take it from your host. Take care of yourself. And I've gotten some of your messages about, Tyesse, you need to rest. I get it. I know I need to rest, but I also have to stay active because let's just be honest. Sometimes the bed can be rest can be very good, but also just laying around can also, do things to your energy as well. Okay. But because of that, I won't labor long. Tonight in Patreon, I won't labor long. Okay. Can we make that agreement? But I've gotten some of your messages. Do me a big favor if you can. Do me a big favor. Can you hit the like button right now while we're thinking about it? And see, whenever I have something like this, Bliss Empire, when it's over, I get that tingle tangle thing in the back of my throat for 2 weeks, where I'm like what I had when I first moved here. So I have to look forward to that, I had something that had me laid up for 2 weeks. They said it was rhinovirus. Whatever's going around, y'all, it's all kind of stuff. Hippopotamus, rhino, everything, baby, is going around right now. Yeah, giraffes, everything. Just be careful. I'm telling y'all, be safe. Because last night, when I got off of here, got in bed, I really didn't feel well last night, y'all. Like as soon as I got off and got in bed, I popped some little, potions and things and tonics, and I just didn't feel well last night. I'm being honest. Yeah, that little tingle tangle in the back of your throat where you keep coughing. I had that for 45 days when I first moved here. 45 days when I first moved here, y'all. Yeah. All right. It is when I tell y'all, I went to the grocery store earlier. And it was, I can hear it in your voice. Oh, child. I popped the halls. I hope that could help a little bit. I went to the Kroger that I used to go to when I first moved here. I just went there just randomly today. They didn't know what a medicine ball was. They said they didn't have that tea no more. I think they didn't know how to make it. Yeah. So I settled for a chamomile mint with peppermint, 3 pumps of peppermint, and 3 pumps of peppermint and honey. Yeah. It's bad out here. It's bad in Georgia. It's bad, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, it's called citrus mint. Yeah, they didn't have it. We don't have that. Oh my God, we haven't had that on. No, girl, you just don't know how to make it. Just say that, Because the same Starbucks chain knows how to make it over there off of Caroline. Why you don't know how to make it? Okay. So take care of yourself. Drink plenty of H2O. Hey, Samara. Hey, Antonio. I am still on the mend. I'm still on the mend. I made some chicken, spinach and kale soup with lots of garlic in it, whole garlic cloves in it, and it was good. And I also put some wild rice in it, and so it was really good. Right? I may have another bowl later. They say feed a cold, starve the flu. What that means, I don't know. Feed a cold, starve the flu, or is it feed a cold? Is it starve the? I don't know, y'all. They can't call it medicine ball, but because it doesn't have meds in it, that's what the girl told me last week. Oh, okay. We just started calling it a medicine ball, and it kind of took off from there, right? Yes. Thank you so much, Alize. Thank y'all so much. Today it's been better, as far as my throat. Throat is better, and I'm dealing with now my nose is stopped up, which makes me sound funny. So my nose is I'm dealing with one of my nostrils completely stopped up, and the pains have gone, the aches and pains has gone. That was really bad the other day. Um, so yeah, I'm just dealing with a stuffy nose right now, and my throat is a lot better. Okay, my throat's a lot better. So let's just believe God. We're believing God that everything is gonna get better. I think I'm gonna stay home from church tomorrow. I don't want to expose nobody to this. I think I'm just gonna stay home. I can mask up, but I just don't want to. I don't want to expose nobody to what I'm going through and what I'm feeling. No, I don't want to push that on nobody. So we'll just go back to church on the 18th, right? Now, if I get up in the morning and I feel a lot much better, I may, mask up and go ahead and go. But I love the people. I love the people at Vision too much. But if I feel a lot better, I may just go tomorrow and sit. I always sit in the back anyways, y'all. So yeah. All right. Hey, Pat, let me say some hellos. Brittany Chill, of course, Brandy, LaGreta, everybody, Samana, Alicia, Antonio, Kirby Mac, everybody. Thank y'all so much. Crystal Cormier, thank y'all. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's bad. I'm telling y'all, it's really, really bad. I don't have much right now. I don't have much right now, but I do have breaking news that we must get to. Let's get to that. Let's knock that out. One of our favorite actors from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, TK Carter, has died. TMZ has reported that he was found unresponsive in his home in Duarte, California, which is a suburb of Los Angeles. And it is just sad news on today. Uh, you know him from so many of your favorite TV shows, Punky Brewster. Just you name it, he's been in it. He was a character actor, so he was always on some sitcom or some show. And so to hear that TK Carter has passed away today, the sheriff's department is not um, suspecting foul play, which probably means he had some sort of health event at home, and they found him unresponsive, and so he was 69, and so yeah, just a sad story today to get. Mhm. Always the funny guy on every sitcom, right? Right. So yeah, rest in peace. You did a phenomenal job with your artistry and your comedic timing, and just we wish his family healing and solace during this time, right? Yeah, Steve Harvey show. You name it, he was on it. The thing you just name it, he was in it. All right. Mhm. Okay. So the people of Minnesota, they're not taking this laying down. The people of Minnesota are, really serious. Um, mhm. At the end, can you sing "Happy Birthday" to me, Miss Renee? Okay, I can sing "Happy Birthday" to you right now, Miss Renee. How you doing? Thank you for $10.26. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I don't have a voice, so I just have to kind of like talk it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Renee. Thank you for being a very good part of the Tyesse Report. And we wish you many more. Happy birthday, Miss Renee. Um, Miss Renee, there's some things, you just never forget. I remember when you when my brother passed away, you sent me a floral plant to my house. That I never forgot that. Rashawn, he sent a beautiful uh, crystal plant to the funeral home. Those are things you just don't forget. So, Miss Renee, of course I can sing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. It is Capricorn season. Hey, Chef Dun Dun. I am still dealing with whatever this is, Chef Dun Dun, but I'm gonna hang in there. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving out. The option is lay in bed and look at the wall and watch Golden Girls reruns. That's the other option. Mhm. Yeah. Happy birthday. Yes. Yes, you have. You've been with me since before 1,000 subscribers. When I was child, when I was climbing up the mountain, climbing. Yeah. Like Mighty Mouse Clark said, thank y'all so much for the cash apps. I appreciate it. I do. Thank y'all so much. Okay. Yeah, the people of Minnesota, um, people are not going to allow this Gestapo, whatever you want to call it, they're not going to allow these people to sit up and play in our faces about this video that we saw. No, she was not trying to run this ICE agent over. Uh, he was in her, he was in her path, and he could have easily just moved out of the way. So now they say, oh, he was drugged by a car a few weeks ago. So he may have been going through some sort. Okay. He should be off the job. He should be off the job. He should be somewhere resting. If you get if you're that triggered and you was just drugged by a car a few weeks ago, you should be on some sort of mental health leave or medical leave if it's that bad. Thank you so much, Miss Renee. I did. Yeah, I would say join Patreon tonight because we're gonna have a good time. Yeah, he should have been working. They lied and said he was hurt. We got videos of him walking away calmly. You know, it's everything is just falling apart. You got the vice president of the United States in the press room talking about the woman like she was just nobody. This is a woman that had a child. It's kind of unclear that she had 3 children, that she had 1 child. We're still working on that. You know, I just wish they had the same energy in 2024. Yeah, same situation. And we got the breaking news yesterday that 2 people were shot in Portland by border customs and border, whatever you call them people. They're different from ICE. So we had to deal with that. 2 people in Portland have been SHOT by border and custom, people. She had 2 from her first marriage. Okay. The Henny Penny episode never disappoints. Okay. What do you mean by that? The 2 older ones are a teenage boy and a girl. Okay. Because I was like, we're getting a story of 3 children, and then we're getting a story of this 1 child. So, but whatever the case may be, you guys, her name, her life would not be in vain. People are going to speak up, and they're going to fight for what's right in this case. Hey, Kevin. Hey. The amount of videos that I have seen on TikTok with ICC. Yeah, and the thing about it is that they are not law enforcement. I just heard somebody on Roland Martin talk about that. They don't have law enforcement powers. So they're running around. Even the police chief over in Philadelphia, she was laying them out. People don't want y'all in their communities. There was a recruitment for these guys, these ICE guys. And they shortened the window for training. They shortened the window for certain requirements. So now you probably got all of these Klan and whack jobs, right? You got all of these Klan members and all of these weirdos that now have, guns and ammunition. It's really sad. And it's unfortunate. Mhm. So we're going to keep our eyes on the prize. We're going to fight the power. We're going to do whatever is necessary to fight against this regime. Meanwhile, he's over there trying to sell. What was he selling? Talking about selling Venezuelan oil for $100 billion. Like, it's just like it don't get no more corrupt and grimy than these people. It don't get no more corrupt. Mm-hmm. It don't get no more corrupt than this administration. And so we will see how it plays out in the next few days. But it may start turning back on them. Pretty soon, you may start seeing people, turning on ICE. And there have been incidents where ICE has been targeted. Yeah, and they have made and then everybody's saying the same thing. Why are your faces covered? Police officers, sheriff's deputies, state police, highway patrol. Why are your faces covered? They don't have their faces covered. You're doing something is illegal. You want to do something and protect your, states need to pass laws. I don't know if it'll be able to be implemented because that's federal, but they need to pass laws. You can't have your face covered if you're law enforcement or if you are working in a law enforcement capacity illegally. Mm-hmm. That was from earlier Golden Girls. Oh, okay. I read oil companies saying it would cost too much to fix the oil mine, so it's not worth it. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. What else do we have? Do we have anything else? Let me see. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this show, so I'm gonna talk about it right now, y'all. I'm gonna talk about. I don't have it in my schedule. I don't have time. Plus, I'm dealing with this, whatever this is. So I'm gonna talk about it right now. If anybody got a minute? You got a minute? I'm gonna talk about it right now. It's Church World News. If I can get that done tomorrow. Monday is, I don't have time. I just don't have time. So I'm gonna talk about it right now. Anybody got an extra 10 minutes for the arch? Who got 10 minutes? Maybe even less. Hold on one second. The Golden Globes are tomorrow, by the way. Y'all know I'm a award show junkie, so the Golden Globes are tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So I got the thumbnail, but I just said, let me just upload the thumbnail. I'll just upload and talk about it over here. I read an article in Axios, and it's been with me for almost 2 weeks now, y'all. And I was supposed to do a standalone story, but I'll talk about it right now. Okay, I'll talk about it right now. The article was so moving that it really caused me to say I got to do a show on this. Axios is a publication that's well regarded publication. The U.S. is experiencing a historic and rapid decline in traditional church involvement and institutional religion, which Axios labels the great unchurching of America. Religiously unaffiliated adults are growing fast. Nearly 3 in 10 Americans adults now say they have. Hold on, y'all. Let me blow my nose. 1 second. Okay. Nearly 3 in 10 Americans adults now say they have no religious affiliation, and 33% rise since 2013, according to the Public Religion Research Institute. Among young adults 18 to 29, about 38% identify as unaffiliated, up significantly in the same period. Roughly 57% of Americans seldom or never attend religious services, a big jump from around 40% in 2000. Around 15,000 churches are expected to close this year. Can y'all put that in the chat for me? 15K. I need 15K in the chat. This is January 10, 2026. And y'all put that in the chat, 15K. Around 15,000 churches are expected to close this year, dramatically more than new openings. An unprecedented wave of church shutdowns. Did y'all hear that? 15,000 churches are going to close. All right. So the article emphasizes that identity and belief systems are increasingly shaped outside of traditional churches. Social media spirituality, YouTube mystics and influencers, TikTok tarot, and non-institutional spiritual content. AI prayer and spiritual bots, all of which are part of people's moral and meaning-making landscapes today. That's what you're dealing with. YouTube mystics and influencers, TikTok tarot, and non-institutional spiritual content. The great unchurching of America. And so when you see people like Clarence McClendon crashing out, when you see people that are just tone deaf, like they don't even get it, like Patrick Wooden, they're not doing anything but hurting themselves. They're not hurting us. They're not hurting me. They're not hurting anybody. The crash out is real. They're so gone in their minds with religiosity and church brain. They don't understand that they're being more deleterious to their church system, their church culture. And meanwhile, people are finding new paths, new ways to worship. Full stop. How many people in the chat don't go to traditional worship spaces? Meaning you either do virtual or you don't do, you pretty much don't go. Is there anybody in the chat that does not do traditional brick and mortar? Traditional brick and mortar. Is there anybody in the chat that says, I do virtual? How many people have found paths at home by yourself? Where you worship God, you pray. You may have an altar at home. I'm a virtual member now. You can look at, this is a microcosm right here. Just look right here. On pastors, I don't go. I don't do either at this point. So what do you do, Tabitha? What do you do? How do you connect to God? Because we learned during COVID-19, you don't need a building. We learned that during COVID-19. Very seldom go in a building. And this don't mean that, all churches over with. Churches, they're still holding on. I'm on the road, but I've been more virtual since. Okay. And that's a lot of people say that. They say that they never left, the ranks or the role, but, they don't really necessarily go every Sunday. I pray and praise in my own space and time. Yeah. And see, the reason they have a problem with that, Tabitha, is because that affects the buckets. So they'll tell you need some leadership and you need to be under patriarchy and misogyny and misogynoir. Yeah. Virtual or watch Tony Evans and worship God in my house. Okay. So you Tony Evans? Okay. I'm on my own. I go to my special place to pray intentionally. Okay. I'm telling y'all, listen. And what's the rest of it, Tyesse? Well, it actually is going to keep going. It's going to, each year, you're going to see those numbers increase. I told y'all maybe 2 years ago, the Black church is on a cataclysmic fall to oblivion. They just don't get it. And no, this is not about, I don't, you just want them people to affirm gay people. No, I really don't. They really don't get it. They're clueless. That Bishop Wooden model is replicated all over every denomination. Uh-huh. Yeah. Sometimes that's the best way to do it. I'm good on these churches. If I go, it's for entertainment. Man, I mean, some people say, listen, the CME model is coming back. Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter. Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter is making a comeback, y'all. Hold on a second. Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter is making a comeback. Blessed to be near Wheeler Avenue in Texas to go weekly. If it weren't for that, I would probably be navigating spiritually totally on my own. And so nobody never talks about that either, Kirby. When you are lucky, when you have an Otis Moss or your pastor over, when you have those people, it's like a lottery. Nobody talks about that. Like, oh my God, you are so lucky. You have a Yvette Flunder. You have an O.C. Allen. But the rest of us, we stuck with these jackleg, womanizing, cash app, peddlers. Don't see how many make this. Yeah, to be honest. Hey, Michelle, I think that some of the doors should have been closed a long time ago for some of these people. A lot of them are holding on. I mean, they're holding on. They're going to run it down to the ground till they can't anymore. You see a lot of ministries. You're hearing a lot of people being laid off. You're seeing all on Facebook. Musician departments are being chopped in half. Now we only got drums and an organ. All these other people. They chopping the musician department down. Administratively, they're chopping down. So all we need is a secretary and a treasurer. Yeah, it's happening. They're in every neighborhood, but only open on Wednesday and Sunday. People tired of that no outreach. Well, yeah, that was a big problem. That was a problem when my mother was out there on the battlefield. So for those coming in late, I'm talking about the Axios article and the big, I would say, departure, and these numbers are startling. 15,000 churches closing. People are seeking alternative ways. Now they're looking to YouTube mystics and influencers, TikTok tarot and non-institutional spiritual content, AI prayer and spiritual bots. Yeah, people are like, okay, you give money, you give all your money, and you ain't got nothing to show for it. Multi-generational people have been in some of these churches. Multi-generational. Thousands of jobs cut. How can they pay their bills, let alone tithes? And they don't try to accommodate people when they hear the trends like that. They don't want to try to help and work with the people. They still want to do a $100 line and a $200 line. And you're hearing 400,000 Black women are out of work. You're hearing about some industries are suffering right now. And you're still talking about you got to believe God for this seed. Do you believe God or not? They've been weaponizing tithes and offerings since I was a kid, y'all. It's like they'll say stuff like, you're robbing God and child, listen. And then people feel guilty, like my mother, and give part of their rent money. Then she calling around asking people to borrow her rent money back. As for AI prayer, I asked ChatGPT to write a prayer for me for 2026 based on everything I knew about me, just to see what it would say. And who, Lord, she prayed me up. Baby, listen, that ChatGPT, because I asked it, I will put my words in, and then I will ask ChatGPT to clean it up for me. Like I will put everything I want to say in Chat GPT, and I say, "Can you polish it up for me?" And baby, it knows me. It knows my voice. It knows how I talk. It's crazy. Now those are my words, but then I just think, can you just kick some of the edges in a little bit and bang it out a little bit around the edges? Yeah, so I appreciate Chat GPT, especially when it comes to, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Some of that grammar stuff, it really helps you out a lot because we be typing how we speak, y'all. Sometimes Chat GPT will make it sound more, you know what I'm saying, grammatically correct. Mm-hmm. Hey, Daryl SQ. I remember my friend Bam Bam's mother, may she rest in peace. She went to our church and she asked for assistance for a gas bill. And they told her they had to talk to the board. If Bam Bam was in the audience right now, she'd tell you. She went to my church and asked them people for assistance for a gas bill. Again, how much could the gas bill be, y'all? And they have to take it before the board. I definitely do. I'm country as hell. Mm-hmm. Oh, it tells me all kind of stuff. The Tyesse Report. I'm like, how do they know that? The Tyesse Report, your audience. I'm like, wow, okay. Uh, have to ask the board of deacons. Well, somebody got a $40 gas bill, a $50 gas bill, and you talk about you got to go before the board. I'm like, child, listen, this is why people are over it.com. Oh, oh, that's the one I needed right there. That's the one. That's what I needed. Oh my God. Thank you, Father. Thank you for that. That's the one it's almost there. My dilemma is I promised my mom I wouldn't leave, but her again, but it's getting harder and harder. Yeah. Yeah. Are you saying your mom is at you and your mom at the same church? Years of fleecing people, so I'm not mad the church is coming. I know, Michelle, this will be right up your alley, this whole conversation. Uh-huh. Yeah, and listen, I'm not here to gloat. I'm not here, Ty Squad, to be like, you know what I'm saying, to hell with the black church, because the black church has been, a saving grace for us. It has helped us through the civil rights movement, through slavery days, even when it was perverted and weaponized against our Africanness and our blackness, right? It still served a great purpose for us as a refuge and a haven at those times. Mhm. Can you please give me a call? I have a blessing for you. Okay, well, first of all, Daryl asked you, I need to know who you are. Who are you? Yeah, I get a lot of weird people, People love to I call them and then they trauma dump on me. I used to get that a lot. They need to talk to me about something important, and then as soon as I call them, they trauma dump in my ear. So first of all, I need to know who you are, Daryl. Ask you. Let me look and see who you are. I've been toning down our investigations, y'all, because we have a lot of LRLers, and so I have to tone that down. And so we have a lot of LRLs, a lot of guests, and so we have to be mindful. Let me see what Daryl SQ is. How can I call you? I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know you to call you. Can you please give me a call, Daryl SQ? I don't know you, Daryl, to call you. How would I call you? hmm I call these people and then they want to tell me about their whole life story in my ear. Brother, I don't know. Okay, is he here? Is he still here? Go to channel. He's been around since 2023, about 3 years. I don't know who this guy is, Daryl SQ. Let me type their name in Facebook and see if they have a Facebook page. Most of these people, yeah, email me, you know, what you want to talk to me about? What you want to talk to me about? Talk to me. Let me see if they're on Facebook. Are you still here, sir? Daryl Askew, are you still here? I hate when people do this. I hate when people put, and it's probably somebody that was in a bad relationship with this guy. I hate when people do this. I really do. When they put a picture up and says something horrible about the guy, you know. I think he left, y'all. I don't think he gonna answer the question. Okay. I think he left. I think Daryl hit it. Mm. Maybe he just wants to get my attention. There is a Bishop Daryl Askew. Uh-huh. I wonder is it him? Oh, he's over in Florida. All right, there's a Bishop Daryl Askew. Uh-huh. He lives in Atlanta. He lives in Atlanta. He studied at Florida A&M University. Okay. I wonder is this him? There's only one Daryl Askew, so it has to be him. Well, there's a couple of Askews, but he has a lot of different pages. Bishop Daryl Askew. Hmm. He's still here. Uh-huh. What does he want from me? What does he want? We need to know, what do you want, sir? How can I help you? How may I be of service to you? Okay. How you feeling today? I didn't see you today at work, sis. I'm sure he's gonna email you. Surely he didn't mean to stop your show. Child, listen, Crystal. Let me check my email and see if he emailed me already. Mhm. How do you come in the chat and say something and then don't follow up and don't say nothing on the reply? Does anybody know that's my pet peeve? When you come and say something and then you don't reply back. Oh my God, that is my biggest pet peeve ever. Okay, I'm trying to see. No, I don't see anything, y'all. I don't see anything. I don't see anything in my email. I'm gonna move on. I don't know. I'm gonna move on. And y'all say he's still here. Hey, Stephanie. Y'all say he's still here. Hey, Ross. At the end of the day, Daytime Squad, new followers and friends. Uh, we're not we're not attackers of the church. We just want better for the church. A lot of us have, histories with our mothers and grandmothers, and so many that came before us, you know, being victims of predatory religion. Being victims of predatory religion. So, yeah, some of us may have a little chip on our shoulders. I have heard of churches asking older people to turn over their. Yeah, they got a man right now going viral, a preacher going viral. He said God told him to tell everybody to empty out all their bank accounts and give it to him. I said, hey, that's straight out of Jim Jones' playbook. He said, the Lord said, empty out everything and give it to me. First of all, the Lord ain't told nobody nothing like that. People got to stop getting caught up in man, stop getting caught up in these personalities, and turn your face to the hills. Mm-hmm. It's called a legacy gift. Oh, okay. And then we saw what happened with Paul. The tea that came out about Paul from Paul and Jan. Mm-hmm. Oh, that glory seed clip. Yeah. Now listen, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Juanita, she be over there heavy-handed too. Y'all know Juanita be over there real heavy-handed. She be over there kind of heavy-handed, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Juanita be over there talking about, listen, are you gonna do it or what? You know? But I just want people to be, I don't want people to think that we're anti-church. Churches, the churches was saved a lot of us, brought us back to the peaceful shore. We did find refuge in the right churches. So we're not anti-church. But when we see these things that are happening over and over again, when we see the trends and we see mahogany in the choir, the little girl, the young woman that was pregnant, and it just goes on and on and on and on, all this infidelity. And first thing people will say, well, it's always been like that. That's not an excuse. It's not an excuse for you to just like ignore it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not an excuse to ignore it. Anyways, where we at 45 minutes? I'm trying to do an hour and then I'm gonna get up out of here. We have Patreon tonight. We have our Saturday night show, Black Hollywood Confidential. You know the star, but do you know the price they paid for stardom? Do you know it? Uh-huh. That is tonight. I need to ask for a time. Which one do you prefer? Because Saturday we do a little earlier than normal. We don't do 9:30 on Saturday. Which one do you like, Time Spot? Do you like 8 or 8:30? Let me know which do you prefer. Do you prefer 8 o'clock or 8:30 East Coast? I'm only asking for East Coast. Talk to me. What do you prefer, East Coast? If you're a Patreon, 8 o'clock or 8:30 East Coast? Uh-huh. I do too, Brandy. Yeah. Dr. Kerry Bryant. Okay, I got 2 votes so far. We need one more to. Okay, I think 8. Okay, I'm waiting. Patreons, please vote. We got 3 8s and 1 8:30. I'm passing whatever you decide. Okay, all right, all right. We got 3 stories that we're going to be talking about tonight, among many others. But we're going to be talking about Neil Carter, Tupac Shakur, and Grammy Award winner Mary J. Blige. Just as a few of the stories we're going to be talking about tonight. 8 o'clock, okay. 8 o'clock overseer, okay. Neil Carter, Tupac Shakur, and Grammy Award winner Mary J. Blige. So be sure to tune in. Yeah, to Black Hollywood Confidential. Yeah. All right, let me check the headlines and see if there's anything else. That man came in here and said, I need to talk to you, and disappeared. He said, I need to talk to you, and I and just literally left out the chat, y'all. Only on the official Tyesse Report. Trying to see, is there any other news that I don't want to miss nothing, that's why. Is there something? This will be a time for all the people that love to break news and love to put, that want to be a talk show host on my page, but don't want to go start their own page. This will be a great time. Is there any story that I may have missed that you wanted to talk about? Let's take this time while we have some extra moments. This will be a great time for all the people that love to put stuff in the chat for you to come out. Come on through there. Take us through there. This will be a great time. Is there a story? Ty, have you been following the story about the man in Philly who was robbing Mount Moriah Cemetery? I have not, but I will. Hold on, let me put it in my chat GPT. Can you give me a complete overview of a man that was robbing a cemetery in Philadelphia? I am here. I left you a message in your inbox. Okay. Which inbox, Daryl? What inbox did you leave it? Okay, I got it. I'll put it on the docket for tomorrow night, brother. I will put it on the docket for tomorrow night. You got it. Did you see where the saints harassing monks that's walking for peace? I saw that about maybe a week and a half ago with Tiffany Montgomery. Yeah. She was one of the ringleaders over there. What inbox that you leaving in, Daryl? Facebook. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. If we're not friends, it's probably going to be in my filtered messages. If we're not friends, it's probably going to be, hold on. Okay. Ooh, I need to come over here. I need to come over here to my filtered messages more. Okay. It's about Donnie McClurkin. Okay. The church is forced to choose between defending the anointed or believing the victim. Okay. Wow. Defending the anointed or defending the victim. That's heavy. Yeah, that's heavy. Where are my filtered messages at? Here they are. Oh, damn, they got you under spam. They got you under spam. Are you following the story of the missing Chicago teacher? I saw that. I saw, but I've been following it. They say the husband is not a suspect. Okay. Can you please give me a call? Okay. I will give you the real deal about. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. All right. I really need you to give me a call as soon as possible. Oh, you've really been reaching out to me. You reached out to me like 4 times. Hello, I've been reaching out to you. Okay. You want to give me the real deal on a preacher? Okay, on a pastor? Oh wow. What do you want to do? Ooh, Bishop Darrell. Oh my God. I'm gonna call you. I'll call you. I'm gonna call you when I get off of here. Okay, I'm gonna call you and so you can dish me the tea. Okay. I will give you the real deal about that. Okay. So you want to give me the real deal? Why y'all got your eyes open and booking? Okay. Child, I don't know. I ain't in it. I don't want to be involved, honey. I don't want to be involved. Yeah, I saw that story, Jenny D, about the Chicago the Chicago. I'm trying to. You need to save your voice for Patreon, Tyesse. You need to save your damn. What y'all got them eyes up for? You got your eyes, them big eyes, the shocked eyes for. Y'all so nosy. Y'all don't know what this man for to say. This is this man's experience. Can I call you on Messenger? I may just call you on Messenger. I'll call you on Messenger, okay? I'll call you on Messenger. What are the likes looking like, Kirby? What are the likes looking like? Well, let me change it. Change what? Oh, y'all a mess. What are the lights looking like? What time is it? 4 o'clock? Ooh, that's a long time before Patreon. I got 4 hours. Okay. Mm, I'm trying to think what am I gonna sit here and do for 4 hours? Uh, I could watch another episode of 227. I sit and talk to y'all for a few more minutes. I want to call this man and see what he got to say. I want to call him and see what this man Bishop Dart Daryl Askew has to say. What's going on around here. That's all I want to know. I want to know what's going on around here. The block is always hot. I just want to get my voice back, y'all. I want my regular voice right back. Get that tea. Put him on speaker. Y'all are a mess. Gonna call while you. No, I'm not gonna do that, y'all. I'm not gonna do that. They said a man better be here. They say he better be here in that passive. What's his name? Justin. I think he's gonna be in Atlanta tomorrow. I don't know what he's gonna be in Atlanta for, but Justin Edwards, he's gonna be here in Atlanta tomorrow. I don't know whether he's visiting or whether he's on, preaching assignment. I don't know, but they say he's gonna be here in Atlanta tomorrow too. That is the sixth candle I've seen this week. Where? That candle right there? Drop the link for him. No, because that's what he's going to say. I already know what he's going to be saying. I can't risk that. I know when I saw the name, I know what he's going to be talking about. We want to hear his voice. No, I'll get the tea and I'll come tell y'all about it. How about that? Because when I saw what he's talking about, I don't want to. We can't put that out, baby. I have to verify all this. Everybody should learn from Tasha K. Burning behind you. That's the one I was showing you, the Martha Stewart. All that stuff was on sale. When you got to the cash register, they gave you even more off. That's the sugar, whatever it is. You think it'll be no. Because people have already made up their minds and stuff. It's already baked in on some of these people. So no, it won't be an exclusive, but it will be probably revelatory. You ask him something. Now, also what I've learned in my 3-4 years of serious blogging is that, a lot of times people are very in ministry, people are very competitive, and sometimes people don't like each other. And when they don't like you, when they see that you're in a scandal or they see you're in some sort of problem, then they don't mind telling you, because they never liked you in ministry. So now there's opportunity to tell bloggers or tell anybody the real story about you, who you really are. That happens a lot. And it usually happens from somebody in ministry. Yeah. I'm going to light the fireplace one today so I can sleep. Yeah. I mean, I liked it. I burnt it for a while, sis, but that popping sound after a while, I'm like, oh, I can't do it. Yeah, so I gave Samara a big bag of candles Friday, y'all. It was like a whole home goods bag full of candles. I still got, it's like, I could open a candle store, y'all. I really could open a candle store. I gave Samara that big bag of candles, and I still got all these candles left. So I just don't need no candles right now, y'all. Hey, Ray. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to, what's that man named Donald McClurkin? He has a lot on his plate already. He has a lot on his plate. So I don't have anything else on that right now until we get to the court dates. Don McClurky, I don't have no more on that until we get to the court dates. Jamal Bryant, I'm over that dress. Brian Karn is just a really sad case for the body of Christ. It's just sad. It's just sad. What can you say? And there'll be more. There'll be others. So, but just sad that when there's absolutely no accountability whatsoever, I mean, whatsoever, and then there's no effort whatsoever to try to do anything to change or rehabilitate your image. Like, because you're not going nowhere. Just sad. I'm gonna hey Reese, hey brother. Hope you feel. I am feeling a little bit better. I'm just trying to get my voice. This frog, I can't deal with this too. I use my voice for a living. I can't have my voice sounding like this. But it ain't so bad where it's like, oh my God, girl, turn the computer off. It ain't that bad. Where is he taking over that church in the when? I don't know. I know it's gonna be this year. I think the first quarter of this year. So anytime between now and March, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. So that we got that. Any other stories? Patrick Whitten is a disgrace. We all know now that Bishop Sheard is scared of him. We don't have to ask anybody. Bishop Sheard is scared. Bishop Sheard, you are scared. And for you to be from Detroit, the city, that is known for gangsters and players, and for you to be from Detroit and grew up over there in Detroit, Bishop, to be scared of some old man that's like old enough to be at least one of your uncles. Okay, I'll give you a call. You want me to give you a call at around 6 p.m.? Okay. Where are you located at? Let me see where you located. Oh, you live in Atlanta. You live in Atlanta. Okay. All right. I'll give you a call at 6 p.m. Yeah. I'll give you a call at 6 p.m., sir. Yeah. You just need to admit that you're scared of that man. You're scared to do something. You're scared to say something to him. The next one, we know you were scared to say something when he was talking about your sister-in-law. Your wife's sister. You were scared to say something, Bishop. I wanna see him. I want to see Bishop Sheard. I want to see him like in passing, like he's coming out of an event or he's coming out of a hotel. I want to pass him because I want him to hear my voice. I want to say, why are you so scared? Why are you so scared of Bishop Wooden? Does he have something on you, or are you just generally scared? I want to have some sort of passing interaction with him where he's leaving somewhere and I'm coming in and I can ask him, like, can you send me some candles? I love them. I don't have them with candles. I ain't got them with candles. I don't know. I'm all out, baby. I'm all out. Definitely not Detroiters, baby. Detroiters pull up. Yeah. You letting some old ass man. How old is Bishop Sheard? How old is Bishop J. Drew Sheard? He's 67. How old is Patrick Whitten? Okay, so he's around. Is he 78? Jamal Bryant said he's 78. Oh, Jamal may have been shady. We don't know how old he is. How old is that man? How old is Bishop Wooden? Oh, Jamal was being shady on Cameron Hall when he said a 78-year-old man, because I don't think he that old. I just got 4 yesterday, need 15 today. You just got 4 yesterday. You need 15. What do you need? What do you need him for? He's 64. He looks older than that, Bill. You said you just got 4 yesterday. You need 15 today. Oh, maybe that was a joke. Okay, I think it's a joke. Are you selling the candles? Are you selling them? Are you selling candles, sweetheart? Talk to me. Are you selling them? Tyesse, you need to get in here and start producing this show, baby. Get in here and produce the show. You can talk. You can talk to the Thai Squad anytime. Let me get out of here, y'all. I need to. I'm sick of that damn chicken soup. I need to order me something. I need to order something good, something savory. I should eat some more of that chicken soup, huh? Should I eat some more of that chicken soup? What should I do, Thai Squad? What should I do? Should I eat some more chicken soup or should I order me something new? Y'all know I make something that I get sick of it after one bowl or one plate. I had a stockpile that's going down. Oh, just a joke because you said you have like, oh, okay. Chili sounds good right now. Yeah, I should make some chili beans. Don't forget tomorrow is Lil Illinois' debut. Church, if you're in Macon. Is it Macon? I think she's in Macon. Yes, Lily Illinois is going to be over in Macon tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it because, child, I want to spread this in Macon. Fire pit piece is really good. I just had chicken though. Yeah, I could. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Since I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. You need anything that's gonna. You don't need anything that's gonna irritate your throat. Of course. I don't need anything spicy. Yeah, I know, Alicia. I don't need anything that's gonna irritate. Yeah, I know. Yeah. All right, Top Spot. Let me get out of here. Let me get out on the road. As soon as I get off here, I want to be back on here talking to y'all. As soon as I get off here, I want to be on here talking to y'all. As soon as I end the live, I should have stayed and talked to the Time Spot a little longer. If somebody would have told me, back in the day, back when I was struggling and hustling and keeping my head above water, somebody would have told me that I would be where I am today, I would have probably told them that they were crazy or needed mental health. That people want to hear me and see me talk and enjoy me talking. I would have told the people they were crazy. What happened? Panera has excellent soup. I'm sure they do. Yeah. I haven't been able to eat today. It's very gloomy here because of the winter. We are only getting about 8 hours of sun a day. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, brother. I don't know what I want. I may just get me a simple sandwich. That's why. Something very simple. I just may get a simple sandwich. That's what I may do. Samara, you know what? I cannot. When? Where? Are you serious? I cannot, Samara. I cannot. When and where? There's a lot of restaurants that LA have that Atlanta don't have. And there's a lot of restaurants that Atlanta don't have, that Atlanta has that LA don't have. And I'm going to just say this. You have to be very careful in Atlanta. I was just talking with somebody maybe a day or two ago. Atlanta, you just have to be careful. You will mess around and be, child on 800-pound life in Atlanta because everything is so good. Oh, thank you, Boo Thang. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You have everything in Atlanta. I don't know of a restaurant that's nasty or bad. I'm not talking about fast food. I mean, everything is good. Everything is seasoned. Everything is just good in Atlanta. That's all I can say, y'all. I cannot smarter. You got to be kidding me. I cannot. Yeah, barbecue, soul. Now some restaurants are a little. It was 80 here yesterday in Southwest Georgia. Tomorrow night into Tuesday is supposed to freeze. It's crazy. It's crazy, Joanne. Atlanta definitely has bipolar weather. Mm-hmm. Okay. Love the broccoli and cheddar soup from Panera Bread. Okay, that's the second person. Everybody keep talking about Panera Bread. Let me see what's going on with this Panera Bread, y'all. Let me see what they got. Everybody keep talking about Panera Bread. Ooh, Tyesse Panera Bread. Let me see what Panera Bread got. And I gotta go because I gotta produce this show for tonight. Okay, they got a Panera Bread. Hopefully it's far away. Oh, child, it's 2 miles away. Okay, let me see what they got, y'all. Okay, they got broccoli and cheddar soup. Mm-hmm. Is it that good, Ty Squad? Okay, should I get the bowl, the cup, or the bread bowl? What do I get? The bowl, the cup, or the bread bowl? I'm watching all this gluten right now, y'all. I'm watching all this gluten. Tell me what I should get. The bowl, the cup, or the bread bowl. Is that bread bowl toasted? Okay. Okay, let me get the bowl then. So okay, I'm getting the bowl. Uh-huh. Okay. So I got a bowl of okay. When I tell y'all this stuff better be good. Mm-hmm. Love you. We ain't talking about nothing, Joanne. Thank you so much. We'll see you tonight, sis. Uh, when I tell y'all, when I go against my regular stores for somebody, I'm gonna reach off for filth if this food ain't good. Because there's other places I could be dealing with right now. But y'all are the one that's recommending this damn Panera bread. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, I get a soup and sandwich. Mm-hmm. I was just looking for a sandwich. Okay, wait a minute. Ooh, this looks good right here. Let me get some of this to go with my soup. I said I go croissant twist. Oh my god. Let me get some of that to go with my soup. Oh, they got some nice salads too. Okay. Now just give me the soup and a sandwich, and that is all I need for tonight. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm. I don't like everybody's tuna. I'm just being honest. I don't like everybody's tuna. Just eat your progresso. I don't want no progresso. I want this. I'm Tyesse Jackson, Brandy. I'm Tyesse Jackson. I'm the queen of the night. I want something new. Okay, wait. Just eat your. I'm not eating no. I'm just gonna eat no progresso. I'm Tyesse damn Jackson. Uh huh. Uh huh. I don't know if it's in AT. Okay. Okay, they got a grilled cheese, too fattening. Mm-hmm. Too fattening. Got a tuna sandwich, bacon and turkey. We don't want to do no pork. Toasted Fontega chicken. Interesting. Does anybody know how anybody know how they tuna tastes? Okay, okay, I'm gonna try the tuna. Or should I do the bacon turkey? what they what's what call it tastes like? What they grilled cheese tastes like? That's too much cheese. No, we're not gonna mess with that cheese, grilled cheese with the broccoli and cheddar. People love the tuna. I love their Chipotle chicken melt. I'm not a fan of Panera. Okay. They have good carrot cake. Bacon turkey. Okay. I get the bacon turkey. Maybe I should get it without turkey, huh? I mean, without bacon. Mm. I don't want a whole sandwich. I'm just, well, do I need a whole sandwich or should I get a half? Oh, you can't customize this? You can customize it? Okay, well, let me, I'm gonna try this tuna. I'm gonna try the tuna. I don't know, Tyesse. I don't know. I'm funny about fish. I'm funny about everybody's fish. Just go with this bacon turkey, whatever it's called, baby. Just go with that. Let me get a whole one. Oh, you can't customize it. Okay, no bacon. Mm-hmm. Okay. And that's it. That's all we need. So I said something carrot cake. I leave the tuna alone. Okay. So I said something carrot cake. I'm trying to watch the sugar. I'm trying to watch the sugar right now. Oh, so they got melts over here at the bottom. Wait a minute. They got melts. Oh my God. They got ciabatta. Oh my God. I didn't see all this at the bottom. Oh my God. Oh, this is what I want right here. The grilled chicken and avocado. Yes. That's it. That's what I want. That's it right there. Mm. The grilled chicken avocado. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. Okay, I'm done. Get the whole and eat half. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I still gotta take some medicine around 8 o'clock. Yeah, I still gotta take some medicine, sis. Mama Pat, around 8ish. Okay, I got that. We got that together. I don't need nothing sweet. Somebody said something about carrot cake. We better move on, y'all. They got a brownie bite. Ooh, these brownies look good. Wait a minute. Oh, Jesus, these desserts. Look at these. Oh my God. Ooh, great God from Zion. Mm. Cranberry, orange. Ooh, Jesus. I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. Huh? Ty, get the cake. I don't see no carrot cake. I don't see no carrot cake. If I see it, I would definitely take your recommendation. I don't see no carrot cake. They don't have it. They got everything but the carrot cake. Ooh, there it is. Tyesse, you really need to save your voice for tonight. I can't wait to see y'all tonight. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, y'all. I'm getting everything together. Thank y'all for waiting. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. Ty, that sandwich has bacon. I know I took it off. Might have been oh yeah, may have been seasonal. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, got that. I think I got everything. Okay. What's my total? Oh, that's not bad. I've seen worse. Okay, that's my total. Okay. I've seen worse on Uber Eats. I've seen worse. Okay. I got everything we need. Leave a tip. You think you get your cat napping? Yeah, we better do 8:30. I'm gonna watch one more episode of 227, then I'm gonna start producing y'all. Watch one more episode of 227, then I'm gonna start producing. There we go. Okay, hang tight. Keep saying hang tight. Okay, order received. Good. What was your total? My total was. I'll tell you what my total was. I'm gonna go back to it. Activity. My total was uh my total was $53. My total was $53. Let me crop my credit card number out. Yeah, crop my credit card number out. Because these people, these crooks, they never sleep. Okay. Yeah, my total was $53. Yeah. All right. I got a bagel for tomorrow because I got some cream cheese in there, y'all. Have that bagel tomorrow. I'm gonna say this to somebody. I'm gonna say this to somebody who may need it. Who may need it. You know, you never know where you never know where your life is gonna go. You never know what your life is going to entail. I didn't know that I'd be a blogger when I was back in the day. I didn't know that I was going to be a communicator and all that stuff, y'all. I had no idea. All I knew was, people always said that I was, funny, or people always said that you should be on TV or something. People always say you should, you should. That's one thing, but actually executing that and believing in yourself is something else. And whether you come out of the Black community or whether you just come out of the queer community, by the time you get into your gift or by the time you find your gift, you've probably been through a lot of stuff, on the way to your gift. And there's going to be all kinds of things like self-doubt, seeds that people have planted over the years. And so it's so important that you understand that God can dream a bigger dream than you can ever dream for yourself. Okay. And when they say your gift will make room for you, that is not a cliche. That is not a cliche. That is real. But some of y'all, you got to go about, you need to go about tapping into your dream and tapping out of fear. Tapping into your dream and tapping into fear. Tapping out of fear. Tapping into your dream and tapping out of fear. Because I had friends that were jealous of me. I had voices of doubt and along the way. And by the time you really tap into what you try to do, man, you got a lot of stuff to, you got a lot of taste to erase and a lot of bags to drop off by the time you even get to your destination. And if you're not careful, you will go into your new season or your new whatever it is with all of that stuff. Thank you so much, Malika Hill, for sending me my entire lunch. Thank you so much. Thank you for sending me the whole $53 back to me. I appreciate it. By the time you get to the other side of the rainbow, child, you done been through hell and high water. And some of us take all of that. You take all of that, what you already been through, into your new season. Like I said, I bled on my people for many years due to some things that I hadn't worked on. I bled on my followers. It did stifle my growth here on YouTube. It did. And there's no reason why I shouldn't be at 20,000 subscribers. But there was a season of just bleedation, you know, and if there are people that are mediocre with 20,000 subscribers, somebody such as myself that is actually have some sort of, light on them should be at 20,000. When you see people that barely can, all right. But yeah, but that stopped me. That hindered growth for a while, but it's coming. Lady, you already spoke it. So it's coming. And I'm about 3,000 subscribers behind, but that's fine. That's another thing I want to tell you guys. Oh, Tyesse, you're about 3,000 subscribers behind. Am I? I think people misrepresent what influence is and what popularity really is. Because I just started watching you over the summer. By the way, William, how long have you been blogging? About 5 years total. About 5 years total. I just lost my thought. I hate when that happens. I just lost my thought. I'd have to go back and let me see if I can go back and get that thought. I gotta get that thought. It's important. I gotta birth it. We may be doing 9 o'clock tonight. Who knows? Into your dream and tapping out of fear. Tapping into your dream and tapping into fear. Tapping into your, like I said, I bled on my people for many years due to some things that I hadn't worked on. I bled on my followers. It did stifle my growth here on YouTube. It did. And the thing about it is that I do more with the numbers that I have than people that have triple, quadruple what I have. So you have to talk about numbers versus influence. Numbers versus, think about it. There are people that got 50,000 subscribers. 50,000 subscribers, and they may appear to be very popular, but do they really have influence? How influential are they? Do they have impact? So yes, I bled on my subscribers because I was on a platform, and when the platform dissolved, there was drama, and I carried that over. I did not realize that in real time, I didn't see that people I'm trying to talk about this without talking about it. Sometimes that's hard. So I can hear Tim Reese say, collect the dots. I'm trying to talk about it without reopening that. I can hear Tim Reese saying, collect the dots, correct the dots, connect the dots. So let me just try to break this down for you, because I don't want to open that can of worms up. I'm very intentional about 2026 and what I want to do and what I want to say and how I want to say it. But I always want to be able to talk freely about my life and whatever without being stuck on story. There's a difference, right? Okay. So when I left the platform, and because, well, let me back up a little bit. I was told by several Tie Squad members, I was told when I left the platform, I don't remember this, but I was told by several platforms that I would speak highly of the platform. I literally don't remember this. They said I would speak highly of the platform. Pam told me this as well. So I know it's true. They said I would speak highly of the platform. I was trying to keep the peace. I was trying to say this. I was trying to, y'all stop. Y'all stop. I have no recollection of that. Why? I don't know. I don't have a memory of that. But if y'all tell me I did that, I will accept that. But that's what I was told. So I tried to do all of that. I tried to be the peacemaker. Stop, stop, stop. Of course, when the other side tells a story, they just say, I just started just, going at them. Of course, when you're a compulsive liar, that's what you do. Brittany, I don't remember that. I don't. My right-handed guy, I don't. Maybe I was going through some sort of trauma at the time. I don't. Maybe I was in PTSD or something. Wow, look at all these people saying you did. I don't remember that. I remember writing the letter, and I left, and the people didn't believe the letter. That's what I remember. People are saying you did, and I believe y'all. I really do believe y'all. People were saying people did not want to believe the letter I wrote. They didn't believe that it was, I was just moving on. They couldn't believe, oh, no. And if you remember, I didn't leave the platform. I was leaving Friday night. If you remember, I was leaving Friday night. So that being said, Ty Squad, I, in May of that year, made a decision to step out and just do my own thing and try to do my own thing. But people were telling me that when you left, I left. It was like, Tyesse, when you left, I was out at the same time. And so that all of that unhealed, all of that, y'all, all of what I was going through at the time, when that energy has no place to go, when it literally has no place to go, then you sit with it. If it is not released, if it's not worked through a therapist, through therapy, through a pastor, whoever, Miss Cleo, if it is not worked through, because you already come with a whole set of traumas from the real world. And you come to a virtual space and you're trying to figure this place out at the same time. Right? And so people don't tell you that this digital world can be just as cruel and mean as the real world. Nobody tells you that. You learn on the job. You may have blocked it out because it was a tumult. It's possible. The mind does protect you from stuff. It does. And a lot of that immediate aftermath, I don't know. I don't remember what y'all be saying. I don't. And I'm a person with an impeccable memory. But yeah. So at that time, y'all, and I'm just saying this to encourage somebody to please stay the course. Don't give up. That's why I'm telling y'all this. So when I stepped out on my own, there were two things that could have happened. You're going to be successful, or you could step out on your own and you can fly. And people like it wouldn't hit. But I kept growing. People kept coming and stuff. But over time, I was tending to say things and talk about things, how I felt about things. And that's how all of that kind of picked up. Just, they make it seem like I was just here sitting here talking about them. No. There were little things being said on both sides. Let's be honest. But when they tell, of course, if somebody's a compulsive pathological liar, of course, but they were saying that it was, just me. I was only me, just sitting here, just picking on people, right? And that's not how it went. But over time, there was this thing that went back and forth. And I'm just going to be honest. Yes, my mouth is just always just a little more lethal than these people, some of these people. Just it's always just a little bit more. My things I say, I'm aware of it. It does bother people. It does cut you a little deeper than normal, you know. And so because of that, bleeding on people, and because of all that energy, you know, the platform became synonymous with that issue. For a long time, the platform became synonymous with that issue, and so that's why I'm telling all Task Squad members, before you get to your destination, the other side of the rainbow, before you get to your pot of gold, before you tap into your destiny, make sure you've cleaned up and got some things together before you get there. I see people, I see people sabotage. I see people like Armand Wiggins, which is a case study in self-sabotage. Don't be that person. You get to where you got what you want, you're getting what you need, and then you have destroyed it by your own hand. Don't be that person. Mm-hmm. Just saying, don't be that person. You done got everything you needed, and then what happens? Now you're destroying it brick by brick, layer by layer. So yeah, that happened, and I'm glad that I learned from it. I learned a lot from it. I learned so much in these 3 years. One thing I've learned, y'all, is what I've learned, and recently I've learned even more things in the last 30 days. But what I've learned is I was talking with Pam. We were just talking the day before yesterday about this, and we're talking about Christmas time as well. What I tend to do is I tend to really go into relationships really a little too strong into relationships without setting any boundaries, without being very clear about expectations, without doing anything. I just jump in. Or is there anybody in the chat that's like that? You get into friendships, relationships, situationships, and you go in head first. You haven't set up anything. You haven't signed any paperwork. You haven't done anything. You have just jumped in head first. And then I have to be truthful with my sister. You're right. And then when you get hurt, Tyesse, then you tend to burn down the whole county. Is there anybody in the chat? Am I the only one that sees relationships and then just gets really a little too chummy, a little too deep without understanding and get clarification on the relationship? And then when something happens and something goes wrong, then you become an arsonist. Mm-hmm. And it don't have to be violent. It don't have to be crass. But sometimes, we can tend to just keep talking about it over and over again, over and over again, over and over again. So now, where am I at? Where you at? What have you learned, Tyesse? What have you learned in the last 30 days? What have you learned in the last 4 or 5 years? What have you learned? That when it comes to relationships, when it comes to friendships, when it comes to situationships, be clear what they are from the onset. But you have to also look at yourself and what your intent was. This is key. Look at yourself, because it's not about the other person. Look at yourself and see what your intent was with getting into that relationship, situationship, or friendship. If you can find out why, if you can find out why you wanted to be in that situationship, your answer lies there. Your answer will lie there. You will get your answer, and it will become very clear to you what you need to do. Now, okay, so now we got all this cleared up. We understand some stuff. We're getting it. We got it. Now, what we're going to do? What we're going to do is we're going to be sure that the next time there's an opportunity for a friendship, a relationship, or a situationship, that we don't repeat. That would be called a pattern. That would be pathological. Once we understand that, you won't have to make these mistakes and keep beating your head on the wall. Because they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. And I want to let y'all know this, because some of y'all do not get it. And you can thank me via email or text message later or DM. If you had a situation with somebody, and you were disappointed and you were hurt, sometimes you don't necessarily have to articulate that to the person. I'm going against whatever these sociologists say, psychologists. I'm going against all of what they say right now. This is just a Tyesse-ism or whatever. Let's be clear. You do not have to always articulate to somebody that you were hurt, disappointed, or whatever verb or noun you want to use. You don't necessarily have to do that all the time. What? Well, that means you're not effectively communicating. No, that doesn't mean that. You can still be friends. You can still be sisters. You can still be brothers. You can still be whatever with somebody. And nothing necessarily has to change between you and that relationship. The only thing that changes is your perception and your expectation now. When we say we're clear, you're clear because now you have a clear understanding of where it goes. You can still talk on the phone with the person. You can still go out to dinner with them. You can still do quite a few things. I am not talking about toxic relationships. No, let's be clear. I'm not talking about toxic relationships, toxic friendships. That's a separate category. You can still be cool with people. If there has not been a severe breach or something where you were mortally wounded, I'm not talking about that, y'all. Just get your expectations clear and understand why you sought out the friendship, relationship, whatever it is in the first place. Once you get that clear, you will be okay. You'll be good to you. Once I saw, especially with my family, once you see something with my family, once you see how people get down and how they roll, Kim, and you know me and you've talked about this privately about family. Once you get to see, what else do you need? What else do you need with some of these family relationships? Because that's kind of like different, sort of different when we deal with family because there's a bloodline there. But like sometimes, like, what do you need? What else do you need? With one of my aunts, it's just nothing like there's no need to keep trying. That needs to be cut at the cord and let them go and be in peace. When you know better, you do better. Dr. Angelo said that. So many of you, so I'm going to clarify something. So many of y'all, when you get hurt or your expectations or you're disappointed and your expectations or your feelings have been hurt, what you tend to do is you tend to block people, shade people, and be mean and nasty to people. It really wasn't that deep. It was actually a lesson for you to learn. Or is anybody getting what I'm saying? And you can agree or you can disagree. Because you can be disappointed and you can be hurt by somebody, and that don't mean the person is an awful person. Don't mean that they're just awful person. It's just something showed up and some things didn't work out. All you got to get clear on is, listen, stop jumping in these situationships, friendships, and relationships. Stop jumping in them just like you just got to lost your mind. You got to build up to a lot of this stuff, and sometimes it is a little microwave-ish, y'all, with some of us. It's a little microwave energy sometimes with some of us. Just take your time and build a rapport, but you got to get clear and concise boundaries and expectations explained and understood by all parties. So you won't be, bleeding on your followers, bleeding on your people. I thought me and my former co-host, I thought we were brothers. That's what I thought. I didn't know. I just went in thinking, building a relationship with somebody virtually, I thought that we were calling each other brother. So we were brothers. I didn't know. I had no idea that me and Kyrie were basically two people on the stop of whatever he had going on. We were just two new people. He had been doing it years before we got there. So we were just two new people in his production. Now, he's not your brother. He never was your brother. Just somebody that you work with on YouTube. So you just have to be very, very mindful, Tyesse Squad. I've heard fool me once. I done used up all my voice, y'all, on this live, and still got to do a show. All relationships are not reciprocal and compatible. I get that. That's a good one. I get that. I get that, sis. And in 2026, I'm not trying to explain anything to anybody about if you don't believe that I'm your friend, if you don't believe that I'm your brother, this that I can do. I'm sorry. I'm not explaining it. That I'm not doing. I don't explain it to nobody. If you don't believe it, what can I tell you, baby? Listen. There will be, what do they call it? Oh, we'll just be acquaintances then. No, I'm not doing that. Not in 2026. You don't believe it? Then hey, we're just acquaintances. Yeah. I've had a heart for people, and sometimes you gotta be very, very careful because Aquarians, honey, our hearts are bigger than the damn state of Texas. And then we mess around, sis, and then child, where is this food at? Panera Bread. I know it came. What are y'all baking the bread from scratch? Oh, they're arriving at 5:17. I have a heart for people. Okay. Don't explain, Billie Holiday. Yeah. Yeah. Hush now, don't explain. Shout out to Billie Holiday. Just know, Tyesse Squad, that you don't have to be stuck on story. Don't trade places what I've been through, Miss Seeley. You ain't got to be talking about it every day. You ain't got to be talking about it every 25 minutes. You got your lesson. You learn from it. Now what do? You just be a better person. You evolve. You grow. And you pour into other people the way I'm doing right now. That's where your real blessings are at, paying you forward. telling somebody else how to save their heart from disappointment of those expectations I was talking about. Yeah, but you don't have to be stuck on story, and you don't have to be shady. You ain't got to block nobody in the phone. You ain't got to block them, because we just get real high school, y'all. We do. We just, we do need to be more adult about it. We do some of this stuff. We need to articulate a little bit better. Like, okay, yeah, let's not do that in 2026. We blocking people. We're blocking people. Now you can, okay, those boundaries that I was talking about, there are measures that you can put in place. But what I'm talking about is being reactive, very irrationally reactive, and dealing out of emotion, and not a healed place. That's what I'm talking about. I hope I'm making sense to somebody. Because sometimes when we start doing all of these, millennial things, blocking people and blocking phone numbers, blocking Facebook, you don't understand, but that makes the situation worse. It does. It makes it worse. But you don't necessarily have to. You don't necessarily have to, talk to somebody and tell somebody, I just want to let you know you hurt me really badly. I mean, we see that on the movies on TV, but you don't have to do that. You just don't carry that with you. Process what you feel, learn from it, and then go on down the street and start living your life. Knowing that I won't make these mistakes again. I won't make these mistakes again. I hope at least 3 people in the back got something from this, because I don't want you to make mistakes that I've made. I don't want you to make the mistakes I've made and stifle your growth and stifle your, productivity. Please don't do that. That's why I generated this conversation. And I got a whole show to do in 4 hours. We're going to have to do it at 9 o'clock, y'all, okay? 9 p.m. it is. I'm sorry. Because I got to eat and rest, okay? And we're not going to be long in Patreon tonight, y'all. But I definitely want to meet our requirements of 2 Patreons a week, all right? People start mumbling on their breasts. We paying this bitch $5 a month. And every time you look up, one of the shows is canceled. People start mumbling in the back, All right. Okay, y'all. Have a good night on purpose. If you're a Patreon, I'll see you in a bit. If you're not, I'll see you tomorrow night. All right. All right. Black Hollywood Confidential tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 6 p.m. West Coast time. Yeah. Enjoy this rainy weather if you're on the East Coast. Have a great day on purpose on the remainder of your evening. Thank y'all for listening to me. We also want to continue to lift up the family, the life and legacy of T.K. Carter, a phenomenal actor who passed away at the age of 69 on yesterday. All right. All right. Oh, and if you want to read the article, it's called The Great Unchurching of America on Axios. The Great Unchurching of America on Axios. Okay. All right. I can't wait to talk about all of our topics tonight. I got a lot to talk about. I'm literally on pins and needles. Can't wait to talk about it tonight in Patreon. My moms are going to put links in the chat. You can join right now and be ready for tonight. Okay, good, Reese, good. You can join right now and be ready. I will give you a Panera review tonight. I promise you. Have they picked up the damn order yet? That's all I want to know. Picking up your order. It ain't been picked up yet. All right. All right. Join Patreon. I promise you, you will mods. Yeah. Love you, Kim Sims. Mods, put some links in the chat for Patreon, please. Thank you so much. You can pay $48 for the whole year, or you can pay $5 and just get 1 month and see if you like it. Okay? All right? All right. Let me ease on down my road like Donald Ross and Michael Jackson. Ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing. Malika Hill, if you're still here, thank you for purchasing my dinner tonight. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much.